This isn't the first time Tiffany slapped her daughter's name on something like it's a family brand. Nope, she's done this before, over and over. She keeps stamping justice on everything she touches, like her little empire's built around one person. And this time, she called it just ice courts. Now, if she'd gone with justice courts, fine. It'd still be self-indulgent. But at least it would make sense. But just ice courts? For basketball? Girl, where's the ice? What's the reason? And of course, Tiffany hit us with her usual speech. I love my community. You come first. Uh-huh. You as in justice, apparently. Because she's the one who always comes first. She's the one getting every building, every court, every rink, every banner named after her. This is like the Justice Brand takeover, brought to you by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Hey, y'all, before we get into this mess, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment. Because I swear, every single day, I learn something new about Tiffany. Just last night, I found out she's been doing this branding thing for way longer than we thought. The ice rink? Yeah, we know that one. The just ice wordplay. Fine, that made sense. There was actual ice involved. But guess what? There's more. And that's where the fun begins. Because Tiffany and teleprompters? A disaster waiting to happen. We bring you just ice rink. Girl, it's one sentence. 1. She turned a simple announcement into a live reading test. All she had to say was, introducing just ice rink. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. But somehow, it came out like a buffering YouTube video. That was her big debut for the Just Ice Rink. And sure, it made sense then. Ice Rink, cool name, motherly pride. We get it. She said it would bring in revenue for the village, make the community proud. And since she's such a devoted mover, she named it after her daughter. But now, it's not even an ice rink anymore. It's just a skating rink. No chill, no frost, just wheels. The wordplay doesn't even hit anymore. Still, at least that one had logic behind it. Just ice rink connected to justice. I get it. Weird? Yeah, but fine. But then she had to go and make it weirder. Because apparently, she did this before the rink, with those basketball courts. And yep, she called them just ice courts. For basketball. Like, ma'am, what part of basketball screams ice? Was she planning on freezing the court? Make it make sense. And here's the kicker. The courts came first, not the rink. So she can't even say it was part of a Just Ice series or some clever brand rollout. Nope. This came before the ice rink even existed. So why name basketball courts after something cold and frozen? It's giving brand confusion and main character syndrome. Because apparently, nothing in Dolton gets a name unless it connects to Tiffany's daughter. Then came the big ribbon cutting at 144th and Greenwood. Tiffany stood up there like she was unveiling the next wonder of the world. Come out. Be part of the solution, not the problem. My work speaks for itself. I love my community. You come first. Sure, Tiffany. You, meaning justice, always come first. Because that's who every single project circles back to. And look, I'm not saying she's guilty of anything yet, but this whole naming spree feels like someone trying to leave behind a legacy, like she's preparing for something. It's giving. Let me throw my daughter's name on everything before the feds show up. Like she's building monuments before she heads to court instead of City Hall. Legacy? Maybe. But the kind her daughter's going to wish she could erase. Because here's the truth. This isn't building a legacy. It's creating baggage. The Justice brand isn't going to age like fine wine. It's going to haunt her. These aren't monuments of pride. They're reminders of scandal. When people hear those names years from now, they won't think community. They'll think controversy. Tiffany's so busy chasing fame, she doesn't realize she's branding her daughter with her downfall. Now, Tiffany, don't get twisted. I don't like you. I'm not going to fake it. But you are entertaining. I'll give you that. Every time you do something outrageous, we get a new episode of the Henyard Chronicles. So, thank you for the content, Queen of Chaos. And just when I think you peaked, you pull another stunt, like that Valentine's Day fiasco at the rink. Picture this. Tiffany in the middle of the rink, inside a heated VIP tent, rocking a big hat like it's Fashion Week. Everyone else? freezing outside the gates. How much were tickets to that little dinner, Tiffany? Because that setup screamed royalty and peasants. You called it for the community, but it looked more like for the chosen few. And that look she gave during the event? Oh, I caught it. That eerie little smile. Like she knows she's untouchable, or at least thinks she is. Blink twice if you need help, girl. Because the energy was off. I mean, she looked good, don't get me wrong, but that look? Phew. Gave me chills. Not from ice, though. From pure ego. Zoom out, there it is. Everyone outside, shivering. And that one tent? Dead center of the rink. That's Tiffany and Kamal's private bubble, living their best life while the village stood out in the cold. And to top it off, she's out here posting couple photos from inside her VIP setup. Like this was some royal gala. The optics? Disastrous, so here we are again. Tiffany Henyard, building things for the people, but only letting her people inside. Slapping her daughter's name on everything. Acting like Dolton's her personal playground. It's not community building. It's branding gone wild. And the sad part? Her daughter's name might never shake it off. And all of this in the name of branding everything with her daughter's name. Like seriously, how many more things has she slapped just ice on? I mean, what else is floating around out there carrying that name like it's a family trademark? Because at this point, I'm convinced Tiffany's trying to turn her daughter into a franchise. And get this, she once said straight up at a village meeting that she wanted to open a museum. For herself, not a community museum. Not one for the town's history. No, ma'am, a Tiffany Henyard museum. And guess what was supposed to go inside? Just her pictures, her speeches, her quotes, her legacy, funded by taxpayer money. Like, make that make sense. Meanwhile, regular folks out here freezing at her public events, shivering outside the rink, while Tiffany and her crew stay warm and cozy under heated tents right in the middle. All of it for what? So she can feel special? So she can play queen of the village while everyone else watches from the sidelines? Because that's exactly how it looks. Everything she touches gets her daughter's name, and somehow, in her mind, that's legacy. She loves to say, I'm the people's mayor. My vision's coming to life. We're opening just ice courts tomorrow. And I'm like, courts? On ice? Is that for ice hockey or something? No. Then why the name Tiffany? Why another just ice? Because at this point, it's not clever, it's confusing. And it's giving major delusion. She's out here naming every project after a kid. And for what? So when she ends up facing real charges, her daughter's name gets dragged to the mud too? Because that's what's coming. These won't be tributes. They'll be reminders. Stains on her daughter's future. It's not legacy, it's baggage. All because Tiffany couldn't just name it after herself. Tiffany, I mean this in the nicest way possible, do better. Not try to do better. Do better. Because this ain't it. You talk about being for the community, but you're really for the cameras, for the attention, for yourself. And every time you say you come first, we all know who you really means, Justice. Your daughter. The only one truly getting put first in the so-called community movement. And speaking of priorities, let's talk about Kamal. Because you didn't name anything after him, did you? Nope. But you sure did hand him access to your kid. And look, maybe that's love, maybe it's loyalty, maybe it's just bad judgment. But something about it doesn't sit right. He gives off lurking babysitter energy, like he just slid into the picture and stayed there. You ever notice how some people show up right when you're down, do one good thing, and then never leave? That's Kamal. The man did one nice gesture, and suddenly he's untouchable. Tiffany's whole perception of him shifted when she was vulnerable, when she was in that hospital bed. And that's how manipulators move. They wait until your guard is down, then wrap themselves in your trust. Oh, here's the real takeaway. Don't be like Tiffany. Don't turn your child into your brand. Because when it all falls apart, your kid's the one left cleaning up the mess. That's not legacy. That's a burden. That's trauma with a logo on it. If everything's about you anyway, just own it. Call it the Henyard Courts, the Tiffany Rink, heck, the Mayor's Palace. Be honest. But no, everything's got to be just ice. For what? For who? Because right now, it's not building your name, it's breaking it. Anyway, Mama love you. Yes, she do. Peace.